Hello Living Dead Dolls fans, this is Josh, aka Doggy Pants, coming at you from Past Generation Toys with another Living Dead Dolls review. So, sorry I didn't have one for you last week. It's a crazy week and I just missed it, so here I am again. Today I'm going to be reviewing Resurrection Schizo. So here we go. This is the sixth set of Resurrection dolls that they've released. The first ones were in 2006. It's San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Basically the concept is that they take four of their very popular dolls, or really any dolls, and they reimagine them with glass eyes for the Resurrection series. So for this series, which is Series 6, Resurrection 6, we had Schitzo from Series 3, Miss Eerie from Series 4. Sorry, my brain just stopped. Oh, Blue from Series... Hello. 9? Yeah, 9. Hello. 9. Blue from 9. And Demonique from Series 10. So, yeah, so today we're going to be looking at Schitzo. Schitzo was actually one of my least favorite dolls from the original version of Schitzo. I've just never been a big fan of the scary clown. And so he was always one of the dolls that, you know, was always put in the back of the shelf for me. But I have to say they did a pretty damn good job on the Resurrection doll, especially the variants. Also with the Resurrection set, every time they release a set, they do a very, very exclusive version of variants, which are only sold on Mezco Direct, and it's usually between, the smallest run was 50 worldwide, and the largest, I think, was this year, which was something like 90, or I'm not exactly sure the number, but regardless, very small number. So here we go. Let's look at the doll itself. Resurrection Schizo. Here we go. So, pretty standard coffin again. No handles. The picture on the chipboard is a doll on a slab, and he's got the little toe marking with his name, Schitzo, which is great because in the past their names have been really hard to read on these, and I think there was actually a set that didn't even have their names, so you know how I love that, to have the individual chipboard. Yeah, so let's open up the doll and take a look. This is actually a really great quality doll, and for the most part the Resurrection dolls usually are. I've had a few problems with the Resurrection dolls in this series, and I'm going to be doing Demonique next week, so we can talk a little bit about that. But this guy, he's pretty great, right? Look at him. Come on. Pretty cute. He has kind of the red and black clown outfit with little black fuzzy balls on the front of his costume. Frilly neck top, frilly little parts around his wrists and his ankles. One of my favorite details of him, and I think, I don't have her in my permanent collection anymore, but I think the shoes were first shown with Cuddles, which was the female clown. So here we go, take a look at them. They're really cute. It's great sculpt, great detail on the shoes. Yeah, I love these whenever they use them. So, they're really hard to get off, it's the only problem. But I was going to show you that he does in fact have socks, which is awesome. I love it. He has one black sock, one red sock. Very cute. His face paint, I'm going to look real close at this, is really, it's pretty good. I mean, it's very different from the original Schitzo, which is fine, you know, it's fine to have a different face paint on this doll. It does have the kind of black outlining around the color that comes off into really kind of a thin line, which was part of the original Schitzo's face paint as well. He has those teeth. Do you see the teeth? The drawn-on sharp teeth that we saw on Hansel and Gretel, and it's actually gotten quite a bit of slack because people thought it was a little too cartoonish, especially when they have open-mouthed dolls. But I actually kind of like it. I think it's kind of cute and interesting, so I don't fault him on that. I think it's pretty nice. One of the most interesting things about this doll is his hair. We have yet to see hair like this. He has a receding hairline, which is rad. So it makes him really feel like Bozo or some of the older clowns like that, or Pennywise, you know. The only criticism I would have in regards to his hairline is that because they chose... Ooh, the light's getting a little crazy on me. There we go. Because they chose such a severe curl in his hair, the hair wants to come up, and so the receding hairline isn't shown as much. I wish they would have brought the hairline back just a little bit further so that he really did have, you know, the horseshoe hairline that they were going for. But instead, it pops up like that. But still adorable, you know, very cute. This may be one of my favorite versions of Schizo I've seen. Well, the variant is my favorite version. Maybe I'll go grab that for you to take a look at. But this is a great version of him. In my opinion, far better than the original. He does, in fact, come with the death certificate. They all do, with the original poem. The one thing that he doesn't come with is the balloons. And with the original doll, the balloons were kind of weird anyways, because they were really heavy. They were heavy plastic, and they were on a very thin piece of plastic to hold them up, and then he had a peg in his hand, and they would always turn upside down. It just wasn't that great. It was a cool idea, but it never really worked the way that they wanted it to. So the fact that they didn't include it in this doll, not a big deal. I'm going to get the Resurrection variant. Hold on one second. Just so you can see them back to back. Here he is. Very cute. He's got a little top hat. His makeup is completely different. They kind of went with a hobo clown look for him. He's got a white t-shirt with suspenders and big clown pants. And he also has the same shoes, but they're black. So I do prefer the variant version, which, you know, you should, because the variants are harder to find. So, but that said, this is a great, great doll. And I'm going to keep him in my collection for a while, which is very funny for me. Actually, both of them. He's my favorite of the Resurrection variants, so I'm going to keep him for a little while. Yeah, but I'm going to keep him in my permanent collection, which is weird for me because I'm, again, just not a big fan of the scary clown dolls. So I highly recommend him. I think he is probably the best quality of the Resurrection dolls in both the Resurrection and the variants. The hair on the other ones were a little wonky. So I would definitely suggest to you, if you're a Schizo fan, this is a Schizo you're going to want to have. So please pick him up, take a look for him, and I think that's it. Out of 4 stars, I would give him probably 3. I think the detail in the face is great. There's no stray, you know, paint or anything like that. There's a few little stray things around his costume, but it's really not bad. The quality is great. I just wish the hairline was back a little bit further. But for the most part, great doll. So 3 stars out of 4 stars. Check him out, and I will come back at you next week with the Resurrection Demonique. Thanks so much, guys. Take care.
When the cryptos creak and the tombstones quake,
Spooks come out for swinging wake,
happy haunts materialize,
and begin to vocalize.
grinning ghosts come out to socialize.